Welcome to the Whiskey Vault.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Rex. This is a big black box of something.
It's a gift from Raul Martinez.
Raul Martinez!
Magnificent bastard.
You magnificent bastard!
So this is gonna remind. It's a fancy whistle pig release called the Boss Hog.
Sure.
I'm gonna tell you all about it, but this just reminds me of a story that.
He says the samurai scientist?
Yeah, should be close to your heart because it always just reminds me of Dukes of Hazzard. And you have your own little story about Dukes of Hazzard.
My lunchbox?
Your woohoo.
I
need a woo, wouldn't it?
That's my weehaw.
I need a weehaw.
Really?
Yeah.
You're gonna, like, childhood stories?
Yeah, that's great.
It's like, all right, so there, at any given point, if you meet my parents for more than 15 minutes, they will tell childhood
two stories at least. No, three. There's three go-to.
There's the Swimmies, there's the Jurassic Park,
and the weehaw.
And there's the weehaw car.
Yeah.
So when I was but a lad, my parents would ask, what do you want for Christmas or your birthday? And I always tell them I want a weehaw car with Dibia tires. And in my...
With Dibia?
Dibia tires. We eventually figured out when I became an adult that the weehaw car is obviously Dukes of Hazzard.
Weehaw!
Huge fan of the show. I got like the t-shirts and the lunchbox and the whole thing. My own pair of Daisy Dukes, it was phenomenal. It was a simpler time back then.
In Oklahoma?
Still not sure what Dibia tires are. Our best guess is like monster truck tires.
Yeah.
So I wanted a what was it? Colonel Lee? General Lee. I wanted General Lee with monster truck tires.
Yeah. Fair enough. It's very specific.
Never got it. That's why.
Okay.
I'm such a sour and hateful person now.
This is interesting. So they took their rye and they moved it into barrels.
Yeah.
Where is the name of the barrel they put it in?
I'm getting like a nice botanical cherry on that nose.
Umeshu plum cordial barrel.
Okay.
I may be pronouncing that. I'm definitely pronouncing that incorrectly. Mm-hmm. But so where is it?
I got botanical cherry on the nose. Whatever you're throwing at me with this, it's what I got so far. Maybe a little eucalyptus in there too. I think that eucalyptus is probably coming from the rye.
Yeah. So this was
Great rye whiskey finished in Umeshu barrel.
Yeah.
Umeshu
So
barrels. Yeah.
it's a plum cordial basically. Finished in plum barrels.
Okay.
So just think plum barrels. And this was...
Botanical cherry eucalyptus on the nose.
Yeah. They were using... somehow in this fermentation, they used what's called koji fermentation, which is where you actually add a mold that develops the cultures on a grain.
Yeah.
And then that's what the enzymes eat to convert during the fermentation process.
Yeah.
And it supposedly adds all these like nice, fragrant, kind of sweet notes to the process.
Well, I think I may be projecting because you said the word cordials.
Right.
That I was already getting like this botanical cherry note. You ever had like a cherry cordial?
No.
You've never had a cherry cordial?
No. I never had any cordials. Although it figures heavily in an Anne of Green Gables story. And I just really like Anne of Green Gables. Still do, actually.
It's no weehaw car.
It's no weehaw car.
Anne of Green Gables in a weehaw car.
Now you're cooking. There is this almost green tea grass mixed with really sweet candy notes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That I'm thinking like a sweet cherry cordial with a botanical note. There's a eucalyptus thread in there that I think is coming from the rye. That's really interesting. I like that a lot. Yeah, it's very complex. A lot of layers. Oh, and we're rocking 60%, 60.3% ABV. So we are sky high on that proof. I'm already.
This is complex. I'm stuck. I don't know that I would ever have picked this as a rye if someone had handed it to me. I don't know.
The main thing I'm getting from a rye is this eucalyptus layer. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of other things going on, so it would be tricky to go in blind.
I think I would have tasted rye, except that it starts as rye and then immediately turns into all the sweet candied notes you thought you were getting in the nose.
Yeah. I think the main rye things are this botanical element and then this eucalyptus element, but it's just like big sweet cherry cordial. It's lovely. I like it.
The more I come back, the more dry, not sweet herbal it gets. My nose is acclimating to the candy sweetness.
I really like this.
Yeah, of course you do.
Look at the fiddly bit on that thing.
Yeah.
That is the
weight, put my hand here and
you know what? That's like
that from getting knocked over.
You know, it'd be cool if we had infinite amounts of money and time to design bottlings with like little guys, characters, and they were the for chessboard.
I was gonna say for a chessboard eventually. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and it would be like you could take off the cork. Take off the cork, and then it's on a chessboard. Yeah. Or maybe it's a cork. Maybe it's a chessboard
with holes instead of
with holes in it. So you can put the corks down in there.
Then it's travel safe.
It is, and you can be on your yacht, which you'd absolutely have to be able to afford to fund any of this stuff. That would be cool.
So as I'm drinking and smelling, the sweetness gets lower and further in the background, and all of the herbal dry notes start to push their way back to the front. Coming back to it, I'm getting more of that.
The thing I don't think we've touched on at all really is the barrel actually plays a role in this.
Yeah, it's very woody.
Yeah, there is a big, rich barrel note in there. That's a hell of a whiskey, I got to tell you.
That's extremely complicated.
Yeah, no, that's a nerd whiskey. That's something that you go exploring with.
The more I smell and drink it, the less subtle and sweet, and the more it's like, it starts to get its claws in.
Yeah, it changes over time. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put in. I have a little bit there. I'm gonna add
a dash of water.
You do the water. I'll do the ice.
Boom, dum, 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 dum.
There we go.
Dum, 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 dum. Dum, 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 dum. Ice is back with a brand new reason. Whoa!
Wow, that's just sweet now.
Okay,
It's primarily just a big sweet note with a little bit of an underlayer of the wood.
This got almost savory in the nose.
Ooh. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in whiskeys like this, whenever you add ice to it, if you were initially falling in love with that complexity, it immediately takes the complexity out of it. So it's kind of like, oh man. But if you were never going in for a neat pour exploration anyways, it's nice, but it's much more capable than what you're going to find with glass full of ice.
This got simply sweet and then with a little zingy finish.
Really? Because this got simply sweet. This simply sweet is going to be more simple than your simply sweet.
Yeah, and then the end of it is like, it kind of growls back into power again. It just wraps around and crawls back.
Yeah, I like it as is.
Yeah, me too.
As is, we got the Frankie Risotto. If Jack Daniels isn't bourbon because of the charcoal filtering process, how is Evan Williams bourbon? They use the same process. Asking for a friend.
Yeah, so the answer is no, they don't. The difference is what Jack Daniels is doing is called the Lincoln County process, and it involves sugar maple and all these ways of having the spirit go through the charcoal. What Evan Williams is talking about is charcoal filtering. That's just activated carbon. Yeah. They're just cleaning the spirit out a little bit and stripping some of the load.
Right. So we actually did another Whiskey Tribe episode about charcoal filtering whiskey. Right. We're going to link this right up here. We're going to make it Fancy Dan's problem to figure out where that episode is.
Yeah, this is closer to like a Brita filter than it is.
But I gotta tell you,
than it is to Lincoln County process.
Like we've played with this on their other channel. Mm-hmm. This is like we did it for shits and giggles. Mm-hmm. Brita filter. I'll be damned if running it through activated like charcoal.
It changed it.
It would change it, but and what a lot of people are looking for whiskey is this amorphous smooth. They just don't want it. They don't want it to bite. They don't want it to be hot. It does make it smoother.
Yeah, I mean,
if that's your definition of smooth.
This is chill filtering and things like that. They do achieve those things.
Yeah. So it simplifies it, but it also tames off the rough edges, which was kind of like, oh, this is gonna be fun and ridiculous. Like, oh no, this is, I think Brita could have a whole new market cornered for their product with cheap whiskey.
Whiskey.
We got SBO 358. Swishing whiskey. Anyone else have trouble swishing whiskey around to find more flavors? I find the cross between my saliva watering it down and the alcohol burning my tongue takes away the flavor before I can pick up anything else.
Yeah.
Swishing is a fairly aggressive act with the whiskey.
Yeah, do the middle ground. Now, people will do this, they'll call it the Kentucky Chew, or they'll call it the special patented process by the guy who has the vault in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Or they all have their own version of like, we're totally new. And then you ask what they're doing, and they're all doing the same thing.
Slight variation on the technique. It's called the kangaroo. I couldn't say it. I was trying to straight face it. I couldn't say it. Couldn't say.
What I would say, instead of swishing it.
Kangaroo's grundle. Yeah. I couldn't say kangaroo's
grundle. Take the whiskey in and then just spread it around so it coats everything.
Do you know how to do the kangaroo's grundle?
Yeah, let's see.
That's how you move the whiskey around. Your mouth doesn't move. You just.
Nah, I call that the dolphin. Because you're doing the out of the water.
Don't pretend like you understand the kangaroo's grundle. You can't comprehend the nuance
The
and
wonder,
complexity
the majesty.
of a fully executed kangaroo's grundle.
Okay, fair enough.
Ridiculous.
Getting kangaroosgrundle.com right now. And purchased.
Oh, did I tell you? This is totally going to get cut. Did I tell you what? What domain name I bought?
Oh, no.
Just for shits and giggles. .com.
Oh. Why?
Because it was funny.
Ah.
.com.
That's just dirty. That's dirty.
I'm gonna get you an email address, and in the YouTube channel, the contact
Contact
tab,
information is
it's gonna be Daniel.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be nice.
Yeah.
Classy.
And then whenever people contact us wanting to do like what is it, like the collabs or the sponsorship
You're gonna
integration
email back from there?
from .com.
Fair enough.
That's where you learn the technique, by the way.
Oh, okay.
It's
the kangaroo's grundle.
You want to get out of this episode so bad.
So bad.
You just, I can tell. And I don't want to say it. I don't want to start it. Do you want to start it?
Here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
Doesn't mean I have to continue.
If you fight me, a fight for
Wait, you can't do that. You can't do that without me.
If you steal,
you can't do that. That's not the thing.
May you steal a lover's heart. And if you drink, may you drink with us.